Hi everyone. Today I have received some images from Mihir Mehta. Mihir Mehta has requested me that he has taken some images from the, I believe it was Christmas party or something like that within the society. And he has taken some so beautiful images. Now, because it was at night, the lighting I think he was not happy with, so he has sent me some images, and he said if I can help him in improving these images. So I have decided to select one or two images out of all this. I believe there was a celebrity as well, and some hardworking people to make this occasion successfully. So I was thinking which one to select. I will select one which will help in improving all of them images to me here. I think these are all good images actually, except the lighting. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this image and improve a little bit of lighting, and perhaps we can do something about the color as well, though it looks okay, not that bad. So let's see what we can do. I think I'm going to select this one in that case, and I'll open that image into Camera Raw by double clicking it. There we go. And I will open this image as a smart object by holding Shift and then click here Open Object, which will open this image as a smart object in Photoshop. Let me bring my tools here so that we can see what we are doing. Alright, here we go. There is our palette. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on here on the blue area and then make a new smart object via copy. That will make a copy of this image, and then I'm going to double click the bottom layer to reopen into Camera Raw. Now whatever we do here will not affect our top layer. So now I think it is safe to click Auto and reduce the highlight a little, black as well, and I will leave the rest as is. I don't think I'm going to correct the perspectives, especially the vertical, because it looks okay on this image. Besides, if I do that, we will be losing quite a bit of from the sides. Let's see what happens. See if I correct that, then we will be losing from the top as well as from the side a little. So we will leave that and we'll have as it is. So click OK. Now that changes has happened to the bottom layer only. If I close the top one, you will be able to see. There we go. You know what? I'll go back by double clicking it because I forgot to reduce a little bit of noise. Just a tiny bit. And then click OK. Now what I will do is I will create a mask next to the top layer and then select gradient tool, which is this one. Shortcut is G on your keyboard. Making sure the black is your foreground color and then go on the top menu on the left, top left, and select the second box, which is black to clear, and a second box from here as well. Opacity, I think we'll go by 30, and then click and drag, click and drag, click and drag. By doing that, what we are doing is we are improving the lighting at the back, as well as exactly where we want, rather than everywhere. Not only lighting, there are some more adjustment done by Photoshop, because we clicked OK, if you remember. There we go. I will do this all the way, and then I will come back, because it's going to take little time and I don't want to make this video lengthy for no reason. You got plenty choice here of where exactly to have this effect, so that you can make your image well balanced image. If you want to see before and after, just hold shift and click on this mask and you will see before and after. There you go, that's after and that's before. Sorry, this is my phone again. You know what, I'll put it on silent because it disturbs me on my old videos, which I don't really like. Sorry about that. You have to be very careful how you do it, because otherwise what will happen is it will look patchy. So you have to practice this, and then you will have perfect result. Now you may be thinking that why I used 30 opacity instead of using 100 and do it quickly. Well, the reason I did with less opacity is because then you can have a perfectly balanced image and there will be no strokes or anything. Always if you start with less opacity and then spend some time, you will have a really good result at the end. Of course it takes a little longer, but then again, obviously if it takes longer time, gives you a better job most of the time. So it looks okay now. Okay, now what I can see is still, some of the faces has got kind of burnout area. So what we will do now is we'll select the top layer first and then create a new blank layer, and then select a brush. You can press B on keyboard to select the brush, or you can select it manually from the tool. Then hold Alt, but before you do that, just we'll make the bigger size so that we know exactly what we are doing. Okay, now hold Alt and select the color from the right next to the blown up area, and then with, I would say, 40% opacity, just paint over very carefully. There you go. Only the burnt out area. You don't want to do everywhere. There you go. We will do the same on the other faces. Select the color by holding Alt and click, and then paint it over. There we go. Do the same here. There we go. Right. And then Once you are done, reduce the opacity, main opacity from the box here, just a little tiny bit, not too much. If you reduce 100%, you will get all this back, so we don't want that. So I'll go for about 91, 92, somewhere there. Looks much better now. If you want to see before and after, let's expand this. If I hold Alt and click this eye, this is our original, completely original. We did nothing whatsoever with this one. And then we did some adjustment in camera raw, which is this one, and then we balanced it in between the two layers, which is this one, and then finally we remove the excessive blown up area, which is this one. So now I think what I'll do is I'll make a composite snap by holding Shift, Alt, Command and E while the top layer was selected. That gives us the final layer of all the layers at the bottom. We will name it CS, which is short form of composite snap. Okay, now I think it is time to balance completely lighting wise, because as we can see, the celebrity herself is a little brighter, obviously because she has got nice makeup and smooth skin and everything. So what we will do is, now I already made a copy here. Okay, let me get that rid of. And now, so Command or Control plus J, that will make a copy, and then change the blending mode to screen. Of course, this is too much. We don't want this much. So what we will do now is, I'll hold Alt and click on the mask icon here at the bottom, which will give us a mask which hides the effect, and then making sure that we have got white as a foreground color, and then click on B for brush, and then I think I will have about 20% opacity. If you notice at the top, the opacity is 20%, flow is 100%. And then while the mask is selected, I will brush it over, except this celebrity. We don't want any brightness on celebrity, because on her face, because she is bright enough, and we will go over the rest of the image. If you want to go, if you need more, then release the brush and do it again. That will add another 20%. Yes, it is important not to release brush while you are doing this. There we go. I think this is much better than the previous one. Now what I would like to do is, I would like to remove a little bit of haziness. To do that, I will go to Filter and then Sharpen and then Unsharp Mask, and then 28 amount, radius is right up to the maximum, and threshold is 3. This will do. If you click preview, you will see the difference. Well, you should be able to see the difference. Hang on a second. See, because we have selected the mask, we can't see the difference. So we have to select the actual layer. Now let's do the same thing again. Go to the Filter, Sharpen, Unsharp Mask, and there we go. Now we click the preview. Yes, I can see it now, but I think we'll go for a little more. That's it. I think 32 maybe. That's before and that's after. That's before, after. There is a change I can see on my monitor. Of course, I'm not too sure whether you'll be able to see on this video. If you have a very good monitor, then you'll be able to see. And of course, I'm sure you will be able to see when you do this, because it's a huge difference anyway. That's before and after. I can increase if needed, but there is no problem. Let me go to the max and you will see what I mean. See what happens? But naturally, we don't really need that much. In fact, you know what? I will cancel this. I know why we can't see. And the reason I'm doing all this is because I want you to know that what happens if you make a mistake. First, we actually did on this mask and we couldn't see much. Then we selected the actual layer and we did it, but we could see very little. You know why? Well, that is because the mask is working and the effect was only working on limited area. So what we have to do now is we have to create a composite snap again by holding Shift, Alt, Command and E. That will give us a new layer. Now let's do the same thing again. Go to Filter, Sharpen, Unsharp Mask, and look at that straight away. See, if I do before, after, this is too much, way too much. We don't really need that much. So I will reduce it to about 10 and I will reduce it from here as well. Now if I click preview, that's before and that's after. I will reduce from here and increase from there. There we go. I think this is much better now. It has given us a sharpness as well as the depth. This is before, this is after. And I'll click OK now because I'm happy with this. So let's see completely before and after now by clicking on the right bottom eye while holding Alt. That's before, the original, and that is our final image. If you think this is a bit too bright, naturally you can apply a curve. Let me show you. Go to the bottom here and click on curve and then drag down a little. There we go, just a tiny bit. If you click this eye, you will see before, after. That's before, after. I think it's a bit too much. There we go. That will do. Yes, I think this is okay. And that's it. Now you can save the image as a PSD. Go to File and then click Save As, and then save the image by giving different name, because otherwise you'll be saving on the original image. Once you do that, you then click here on this little triangle and then flatten the image. Okay, and then again go to File, Save As, and then give the different name again, because if you don't do this, you will lose all the layers which we had here, and we don't want to really lose them, because just in case if your client comes to you tomorrow and says, no, I want this bit lighter or bit darker, you can make changes very easily if and only if you have those layers available. If not, naturally you will have to work everything again, which you can't afford unless you've been paid for that. So remember to save them by giving different name all the time. Well, I think this is it for this image. So I hope this helps, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to see more tutorials like this, as well as you can visit my website, which is pphotography.com. Thank you very much, and bye for now.